Welcome back, everybody, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru Productions back down here at the ramp, and we are back visiting Boynton. Today's going to be an interesting one because it is very windy down here. You can tell we've got debris on the ramp, which is going to cause for vehicles to slip a little bit. It's just going to make for an interesting overall day because the wind and the current's pushing pretty solid. But here comes our crew in their swagger wagon, going to go ahead and try and get this jet ski back down. They struggled actually just getting prepped up, so I'm kind of curious to see how this one's going to play out as they get this one closer down to the ramp here. But they look pretty good so far. I mean, not a whole lot of issues backing up. My man's got it started, and he's going to try and get this thing off now. And, of course, as usual, it's kind of stuck. And now our minivan's spinning tires as well, and we've got a little bit of chaos going on over here. But our guy's going to back him back down again, try and let him get a little bit more floating to where he can kind of get this thing off, and he's doing everything he can here to power and just give her heck, and all of a sudden, there we go, he breaks free and smacks into the dock, and our swagger wagon will pull this one back out, but that'll start things off pretty exciting down here as usual down at the ramp, and it looks like they even ripped the carpet off the bunk through all that madness. Our crew here's finally got the boat pulled off, and it looks like they're about ready to pull the trailer out. And our jet skis next to him haven't had a whole lot of issues here either, man. But the debris on the ramp's causing some issues. We watched multiple vehicles spin out already now. And here comes our guy, and he's going to pull out. Looks like he's going to get out without spinning out and not having any issues. Wait a minute. Is that a tire? I'm confused. Where did the tire come from? So there's a tire in the water that I'm assuming maybe it's the spare tire from this other trailer that just pulled out. We got to go back and look at this. So here they are, they're about to pull out, and all of a sudden we're going to see this tire pop up. That's not a spare tire. That's the tire from the trailer. How did that come off? You can tell this is a double axle trailer. On the left side, there's only one tire now. Oh man, I had not seen that yet. I mean, this one's kind of insanity it waited until they were here at the ramp and in the water to come off. I mean, thank God compared to coming off down the road, but I mean, that's literally one of the tires from their trailer. I thought it was a spare at first, but they're currently rolling around with 3 tires on their trailer. This guy's going to push it over to them. Hopefully they'll notice they're missing a trailer tire. And this one's been a little bit of a struggle. Our crew's in about minute 4 or 5 of trying to get this boat back down into the water. And they're starting to back it down, but we'll see how this one goes as they continue to get it down here. So they're lowering it in, but it's just ever such a slow process for them. And for whatever reason, this guide pole on the left has gotten stuck behind the boat. So that's going to make for an interesting event when they go to actually try and pull this off the trailer. Because I got to imagine they're going to fight that guide pole as they try and pull the boat off the trailer. I mean, it looks like it just wedged itself right behind the stern of the vessel. So that's definitely not going to make life easy when they're trying to get this off. That's for sure. But our crew's kind of got it in the water. But after taking several minutes to get this back down the ramp, they don't seem to be in any big rush to get in this boat and get out of here either. So I'm assuming that it took them, 5 to 7 minutes to back down the ramp. And I bet we're about to watch them load this boat for 5 to 7 minutes as well. Because they don't seem to be in any kind of real rush. They've got crew that's just standing on the dock. There's still somebody behind the truck, and yeah, we're gonna sit here and prep this on the launch ramp. I hate when people do that one, man. Especially just down here. There's plenty of room down here at Boynton where you've got somewhere else where you can prep the vessel before you get down here. It's not an overly busy day right now, but you never know what the day is gonna be like down here. Prep your vessel, guys. And here comes our crew, and after literally 9 minutes at the ramp of loading their vessel, they're ready to finally pull this thing off the trailer. And remember, they've got that guide pole that was stuck behind them, so I'm curious to see if that's going to fight them at all, or what's going to happen with these guys on that one. The worst, I got to imagine, if they get it pulled off the trailer, they're at least bending the guide pole, but I'm curious if they're even going to be able to do that, or if the guide pole is going to fight them and not let them get it pulled off. I mean, our crews, they don't look like they're struggling, but they haven't really gotten it off. She's had to pull a little bit to get it out of there, But they do finally have it off. But I'm curious now, as he pulls this out, if that guy pulls bent. It's got to be bent. And this crew's going to tie this one off. This has been literally a 20-minute ordeal for this crew to back the boat down. 9 minutes to load everything onto the boat. And just to get to this point, it's been 20 minutes on this ramp. So now our guy's in the truck. It looks like maybe we're finally going to get a pull out here, and we're going to actually get this thing moving. And he's pulling up. And I'm curious about the guide post on the left side. And yes, it is bent, as we imagined. It just got stuck behind the boat, and nobody noticed it or paid attention. But it looks like the little girl who's looking, what? No way. Not twice in one day. I've never seen this once at the ramp since we've been doing this. And somehow we get this twice in one day. I don't know if you guys saw that. My man's tire came off. This is the same thing that happened to our other truck. This is twice in one day. We've got vehicles where the trailers lost a tire down here at the ramp. How does this happen, man? Somebody let me know in the comments below, because this just doesn't seem like it's something that should happen that often. That's wild. And here comes our crew back into the dock. This is their second approach. They didn't like their first approach. The wind and the current just kind of got a hold of them. So they powered out, and they've reset back up. And let's see how this approach works, if it works out any better for him. He's definitely taking a slow roll approach this time. He came in a little hot the first time. And we've got our lady on the bow. It looks like she's doing some line tosses to see if she can kind of catch one of the cleats on the dock. But she doesn't appear to be having a whole lot of success, so our captain's going to leave the helm, which is one of those things we never recommend unless you have to. And he's going to go grab that line for her. But it appears our guy who's holding on the stern has opted to let go for some reason. And Cap's like, hey, you got a line, bro? He's like, nah, no lines, bro. But I don't understand what's happening here. This guy that had the stern, originally that was what was holding him to the dock. The guy in the stern was. And now we're going to go into panic mode and try and get a line. And nope, that toss isn't going to work at all. And we're going to wind up with our props in the dock on the back side here. So this lady's going to grab that line again. We're going to go for another toss. And nope. Oh, man. I don't know how they got this one so far off. And Cap left the helm was one of the worst things, too. By leaving the helm, all of a sudden, he's just at the mercy of whatever this crew that's on board now can do. So they do finally get him the line, and they're going to get it back over to him, and he'll get this thing pulled back over to the dock, and I'm assuming everything will be all right. But the wind and current down here today was just brutal, and we saw lots of people really struggle with this one. Very few people tried to fight the wind and current and go into the docks that were against it. We saw 2 or 3 people today try and do that, and literally gave up almost immediately as soon as they tried to do it and just let themselves float back into the other dock. And my man here, he's going to get this one pulled in, and they're going to get this one out of here, and we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps. If you did, please be sure to check out some of our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. We have my channel, Broncos Guru, who do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we've got Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.